Hey there, Shakers, and welcome back to another episode of Worth Your Salt, the podcast that's here to supercharge your marketing in the health and wellness space. I'm Jennifer Orechwa, StoryBrand certified coach, and over the past 2 decades, my team and I have tested, iterated, and figured out what it takes to market and grow so you don't have to. Now I'm here to help you apply the marketing systems that truly work. At Salt Marketing, we're all about helping wellness practitioners like you build trust, authority, and a nonstop flow of clients. So if you're ready to take your practice to the next level, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Today, I want to tackle something that I know a lot of you have bumped up against before, marketing funnels. Maybe you've hired someone to build one for you. Maybe you've pieced one together from free trainings and YouTube videos. Or maybe you've invested in a program that promised quick leads and overnight growth. And here's the truth. Marketing funnels aren't bad. They can work, but they don't work if they're dropped on top of a business that doesn't have a system underneath it. What you actually need isn't another funnel. It's a system. Let's be honest. As entrepreneurs, especially in wellness, we are constantly bombarded with new marketing must-dos. The newest social platform, the latest ad hack, the plug-and-play funnel that promises instant patients or clients. I know because I've been there myself. When I first started my business, I was desperate for leads. I tried everything: ads, mailers, sponsoring random events, you name it. Each new tactic felt like it might be the golden ticket. But here's what really happened. I was duct taping my marketing together. Every new tactic was a patch, not a plan. That's what I see in so many wellness businesses today. You're not failing. You're just stuck in what I call shiny tactic syndrome. You keep grabbing at the next thing because the last thing didn't work, but none of it connects to a bigger picture. Here's the difference. A piecemeal approach is you post on Instagram when you have time, you run a random Facebook ad because someone promised it would fill your schedule, or you try a funnel you saw another company doing, but it's disconnected from everything else you're doing. And what happens? Maybe you get a quick win, maybe a couple of new clients, but then it dries up and you're back to square one. A system, on the other hand, is like a wellness plan for your business. Think about what you tell your own patients and clients. One yoga class isn't going to fix chronic pain, and one supplement won't fix your nutrition. The same goes for marketing. Quick fixes don't last. Consistency does. So let's walk through what a system really looks like. In the Salted Edge, our membership, we've built a 5-part framework that takes you out of piecemeal mode and into predictable growth. The first piece of this is attract. This is about bringing in the right people. Funnels often rely on paid ads to create spikes in traffic, which is fine, but it's like a sugar rush. It fades fast. Organic content, SEO, and consistent visibility create steady energy. You want a flow of people finding you even when you're not actively running ads. Part 2 of this framework is to convert. Attracting people isn't enough. You have to build trust. Most funnels are pushy. Click here, buy now. But wellness isn't an impulse buy. Nurture is everything. That might mean an email series, educational content, or even personalized follow-up. Conversion happens when someone feels seen, understood, and confident in choosing you. Part 3 of this framework is to create raving fans. Here's where most practitioners miss out. They think growth comes only from new leads, but your happiest clients are your best marketers. A returning client is more valuable than a cold lead. Ask for feedback, follow up after appointments, and create experiences that make people want to tell others. This is how you build advocates that market for you. Part 4 of the framework is to automate. So let's be honest, your time is your biggest bottleneck. Automation is what frees you up. Whether it's appointment reminders, a welcome sequence, a referral follow-up, automation keeps your system humming along even when you can't. It's like having a virtual team working around the clock. Part 5 of the framework is to measure and scale. Most practitioners don't take the time to track. They just feel like something is working or not. But feelings aren't data. When you measure traffic, leads, conversions, and retention, you know exactly where to tweak. That confidence is what lets you scale. That's the backbone of a system. We had one client who came to us. They had already tried a funnel. It worked for a few weeks and then it fizzled. But once we built out their system, they started seeing 30 new qualified patients each month. Another client tried giveaways and random posts, but nothing stuck. Once we gave them a system, they grew their social following by 30% and saw nearly 40% new patients quarter over quarter. We had a third client who saw the same thing. Great services, but no system. Now they have a lead magnet, they have automations, consistent content, and their marketing has started to feel predictable instead of chaotic. These 3 examples aren't outliers. They're what happens when you stop duct taping tactics together and start building a framework that actually works. Here's the hidden cost of chasing tactics. Let's do a little math. Imagine you spend $500 on Facebook ads to drive leads to a free consult. Sounds great, right? But there's no automated follow-up. Leads come in, you call a few, some ghost you, and the rest just disappear. That $500 can quickly turn into nothing. Now imagine the same $500, but this time every new lead automatically gets a nurturing email sequence. They get a welcome message, a story about how you help clients, maybe a testimonial, and an easy way to book. Suddenly, those same leads start turning into $5,000 worth of new clients. That's the difference between tactics and systems. One burns cash, the other compounds it. Here's the other cost, your peace of mind. Chasing tactics is exhausting. You're always wondering if you're doing enough, or if you should be on TikTok, or if you're missing the next big thing. That constant churn keeps you in stress mode. When you build a system, the stress drops because you know what's happening at every stage of your client's journey. You're not hoping something works. You can see it working. And here's the best part. Your system works even while you sleep. Just like your clients find peace in sticking with their wellness routines, you find peace in sticking with your marketing system. Marketing shouldn't drain your energy. It should give it back. So what can you do right now, even before you join the Salted Edge membership? Here's your system starter checklist. First, I want you to audit your marketing. Make a quick list of everything you're doing to attract clients. Ask yourself, do these pieces connect or are they one-offs? Then map out your client journey. Write down how someone first hears about you, how they decide to book, and what happens after they become a client. If there are gaps, that's where you're losing momentum. Finally, choose one repeatable step. Instead of chasing the next shiny thing, pick one marketing activity you can do consistently. Maybe it's a weekly email. Maybe it's a blog post. Start building rhythm. These are small steps, but they're the first building blocks of putting together a true marketing system. Here's the bottom line. You don't need another funnel. You don't need another quick fix. You need a system. That's exactly why we built the Salted Edge. It's a membership designed specifically for wellness practitioners who are ready to own their marketing without duct tape, without overwhelm, and without losing control of their message. Inside, you'll find ready-to-use content, step-by-step automations, and clear guidance on each part of the 5-part framework that I just walked you through. Attract, convert, create raving fans, automate, measure, and scale. It's the system you've been waiting for, because once you have it, you'll never have to chase the next shiny tactic again. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start growing, come check out the Salted Edge. I want to thank you for joining me today, Salt Nation. If you have a great success story, I'd love to talk with you and share your story. So tell us why you're worth your salt by emailing us at grow@saltmarketing.co. Of course, be sure to subscribe to Worth Your Salt so you'll never miss an episode. Finally, leave us a review or give the show a handful of stars wherever you get your content. That's all for this episode of Worth Your Salt. Be sure to join me again next time. In the meantime, let's get out there and shake things up.